So today I wanted to make a video about people who are trying to get into reselling. Um, a lot of people don't know how to source equipment to sell on eBay. A lot of people do what they understand, simple stuff, clothing, shoes, which are very basic, and anybody can see the um benefits. So generally speaking, you're not going to find a really good value out of those items. But if you pick something like I like to do electronics, then you have quite a bit more options because not everybody knows or understands electronics. Um, One other category I sell is printers. A lot of people overlook them because they're big. They're not small items. Um, Now, some people do sell print heads. Those are your option because they're smaller and easier to sell. But in order to sell it, if you're going to be selling a print head, you have to make sure it works. So you need a printer to test them. So it's best if you sell the whole printer, which I do. Um, the only thing you have to have big boxes and styrofoam packing so it protects it. Not now, if you're going to source the printers, they're not going to come with uh, material, packing material. So you have to buy or source your packing material. I generally don't buy boxes unless I absolutely have to. I generally source it from the same place if I can, or other places for pretty much free. And that is one big factor because a lot of people ignore that uh, that is your coming out of your profit. So if you're going to be buying a box for $5 or packing material bubble wrap for $5, that's $10 out of your profit. So you don't want to do that. So if you can source it for free, definitely do that. Um, Other things, a lot of people don't understand which printers are good. Of course, you have apps like you, eBay. eBay basically tells you if you search for a model that what printers sell and for how much. So that gives you a pretty good head start, which is what I gauge if I want to pick up a printer or not. Generally, if you're sourcing it from Goodwill, you don't know what is wrong with the printer, if there's anything wrong with it. Generally speaking, um, you don't know the reason. Sometimes the ink runs out and then they buy a new printer and they can just donate the old printer to Goodwill. Sometimes it generally has problems printing, loading paper, um, or just plainly not turning on electronic failure. So, I mean, certain things you can fix, so some problems you cannot fix. So, if you buy a printer and um, you tried cleaning the printhead, and if it doesn't work, that means then you have some other problem. Maybe you can order another printhead and repair the printer. It all depends on how much the printer is selling online for and how much is the printhead. Now sometimes printers are more expensive than the printer I've seen. So generally speaking, what I've noticed that the printheads on um, Epson printers are some of the high end ones are very expensive. And part of the reason why those printers are in demand are because for t-shirt business, like if you are using those printer to print on a t-shirt, uh, they use that and they use the, you know, um, what you call it? I forgot the term. Is the tank external ink cartridges, and they basically uh, use the dye ink, and that ink does not wash off. So, but the thing is, once that print head dries out, it's almost impossible to clean that up. You could really damage it unless you can try certain solutions and stuff. Might or might not work, but you have that's why those print heads are uh, so much in demand. It's just the nature of the dye ink. It dries out so bad that you just can't revive the printhead. Now on pigment ink, like the HPs and the Canons, that ink you can is water based. You can wash it off. Uh, it might dry, but if you soak it in hot water, it will dry off. So, if you source a printer, you can clean the print head and make the printer work. You can sell them. Of course, you have to make sure that you're packing it properly. You don't want to just put it in the box without the styrofoam or packing protection. So, I mean, they're big item, and generally shipping services don't handle the boxes very well. So you want to make sure that all the stuff inside the box is well protected. Unless you don't mind paying return shipping in case the something wrong with that, because I've had to do that one time and I packed it well, but I don't know if the buyer did it or the shipping happened, whatever the reason was. I had to deal with return shipping, and I mean it was actually damaged, and I didn't even get a chance to file a claim with um, shipping service because it just happened. All right, so you want to be careful when you're printing a multifunction printer, because it has a scanner, copy printer, has a piece of glass um, for the scanner, and then that is the most likely most delicate part of the printer. um, Now the more um, the printers are more in demand when their ink is cheaper and easier to replace. The printers that don't jam are more in demand. So there's certain models of printer that you can find, and you're gonna have to check on that depending on the. And I'm not an expert on it, but I know that there are certain brands, certain models of printers that sell really good on eBay. So if you find them, pick them up. They're easy to fix, and you can literally sell them for 100 $150 easy, and you can pick them up for really cheap too, if you go Goodwill. But apparently it depends on the local market what printers you're gonna find. But generally you'll find those printers because people like those printers. um, and all you have to do is just do a little work, uh, and you're ready to sell. Just source it based on your local market. But yeah, if you do get an absent printer and you manage to find the one with uh, a good print head, then that's the good one. You can literally make a lot of money with those print heads or printer. So yeah, just keep an eye on those. Learn as you go. Get a printer, and of course, if you can't fix it, you can always return it to Goodwill, so you don't have to keep it. Let somebody else try it. Um, you can also try to sell it as is for parts on eBay. Depends on uh, uh, you know what is the demand for the printhead, because if you don't know how to fix a printer doesn't mean that other person doesn't know. So if you sell it for parts, that other person might have like maybe a sonic cleaner, ultrasonic cleaner, or how yeah, you can put your printhead in and cleans it up. um, I don't know, maybe they know other solutions that you can use. But yeah, generally heated solution, some kind of alcohol maybe. But you can also damage the printhead. I believe I've not damaged one like that, but I have damaged it because I probably use the syringe to put to unclog the printhead, and I maybe put too much pressure on the syringe, and it ripped the plastic membrane out of it. So the best thing would be to let it soak in hot water. Hot water cannot damage your electronics on the printhead, and it takes time, but it will dislodge the what you call it, dried out ink in those small nozzles area. So that's my technique. I hope you like this video, and I learned all the stuff from YouTube, so it's not like I knew this stuff. So if I get a printhead, I error or anything like that, I search it on YouTube and see what I can do. Sometimes they said just replace the printhead, and if I find cheaper printhead, I just buy it. If the printer is worth more and printhead is cheap, I'll replace the printer and then sell it with the printer. My idea is to um, turn that into more value. So increase the value of the item basically. So if it's if it runs out of ink, I buy ink, I put the ink in there, I'm good to go. So a lot of people don't want to deal with all that. So if you don't want to spend the time fixing it, you can list it for parts, and there will be people who, like me, who would buy it if it's good enough price. But generally the shipping is going to be the expensive, and you're not going to make a lot of money unless you got it for really inexpensive. So, and I have bought printers from anywhere from $3 to what, $50. It all depends on where and when you are purchasing it, and from, and they might be changing prices, so just keep an eye out. If you find a good deal on a printer and it's a good value, then pick it up and try fixing it. It's if nothing else, it's just fun. All right, so I hope you like my idea on how to fix the printers and how to source them, and also the differences between print heads and inks and stuff like that, and some cleaning procedures too. So syringe, ultrasonic cleaners, solutions, hot water, and of course uh, sourcing print heads and selling it things for parts. So all these are great idea when you're trying to run a printer store. So you can sell printers, buy and sell printers, and basically once you know how to fix certain issue, then it's very easy to do the another one. And I've done this multiple times myself. Like if I know how to fix one printer, I just keep fixing that printer and keep selling it. It become my regular seller, and I have one printer that I've sold like 10 plus times, and I just source it and I fix it and sell it. So I'm not going to disclose the name, but if you keep watching my video, who knows, I might disclose in my next video. And if you definitely subscribe, I'll make more videos like these, because YouTube does tell me which video is getting me more subscribers, so I can check that. And if I watch and I see that this video is getting me more subscribers, then I know that I need to put more contents like this on YouTube. So just a win-win for both of us, that if it's a good video idea, then I will post more videos like that, which means that I'll share more in my tips and tricks, maybe even models, with you guys in my next video. So thank you for watching my video, and if you like, share, and subscribe, I really appreciate it, and I'll definitely post more videos about printers in future. Thanks.